Hi, my name is Stephen Martilli at freedomeducation.ca. So I've got a great video for you today. It's on limiting beliefs, believe it or not, and it's on how do you know if you have a limiting belief. And this is one thing that I tell my clients and I tell anyone that I'm coaching. If you're not moving towards your goals, then you're not going to come up against any resistance. And if you're not going to come up against any resistance, then your limiting beliefs won't show up. So it's this whole thing, like people say, keep doing what you've always done, you always get what you've always got. Well, keep thinking what you've always thought, and you'll keep doing whatever you've always done. And the thing is, when you start to do things differently because you've been thinking differently, that's when your limiting beliefs kick in. So if you're not moving towards your goals, then there's no way that resistance can show up. And that's how you know if you have a limiting belief, is if resistance show up. It's the resistance. And let me give you a couple examples how you can tell if that resistance is showing up. One example is, let's say you're starting a brand new career or even a brand new job. And with everything going in chaos in the economic world anyways to begin with, I think there's people switching jobs like crazy anyway. So I think a lot of people relate to this. Now you get into a new job or new business or whatever. Let's say that the first week you're in that office, some dude freaks out on you, or some woman, doesn't matter who it is, and they completely lose it on you, and you're just this poor guy or girl, and you just started there, and you just get someone flips out on you, and you're like, what the heck's going on? Now, where's the resistance come from? Let's say you come in as a junior person and there's a senior person there, but you have some sort of skill, or maybe you've got a way of communicating your ideas, or maybe you've got this charisma about you that really it's very compelling so that people buy into your ideas. What happens is that person just feels like annoyed by you and just wants to take it out on you. But here's the beauty of this. You're 100% responsible for creating your entire reality, everything, including the people you attract in your life. So if that person freaks out on you, just like randomly, you just started this job and they freak out on you, it's because of you. It's your resistance that's creating this experience for you. If you didn't have that resistance in you to begin with, then you wouldn't create it on the outside. Now that's one way to know if this resistance shows up for you. So that's how you know if there's a limiting belief showing up, is that you get this resistance, this external resistance, which is really from the inside of you. One example is a great one. I talked to a guy a couple days ago, and he's getting into building a new band. And one of the band members, he had a falling out with them, and he completely took off. And he's like trying to get this band together, and the band's like falling apart in front of his very own eyes. But at the same time, he has this fear about the band, and about him being in the band. So do you think that maybe that has something to do with those people leaving the band? Absolutely it does. So you want to know if a limiting belief is showing up? It shows up when there's resistance. And the only way that resistance can show up is if you move towards your goals. If you're taking action on your goals in the next day, 2 days, the next week, you take some sort of action, I guarantee resistance is going to show up. There's not a human on this planet, can't even speak. There's not a human on this planet that doesn't have limiting beliefs. At some level they did, and they continue to do, because they're always tapped. They're at some sort of ceiling. To move to the next level, they have to get rid of those limiting beliefs. And as soon as they try to break through the next level, what happens? They get resistance. That's how you know if you have limiting beliefs. I still have limiting beliefs. There are things that I'm doing today, now, next week, that I've never done before. And because I'm doing them, I'm getting resistance. It either get internal resistance or I get external resistance. I get resistance from my parents. I get resistance from my wife. I get resistance from my friends sometimes. And all the times the limiting beliefs just crop right up and they just scream, "What are you doing? Are you nuts? Are you crazy? You can't do that." I love when it comes up because I know they're limiting beliefs. And here's the thing. If you're not taking action, they're not going to show up for you. If you want to get more cool videos like this, make sure to subscribe to my newsletter. My name's Steve Martilli at freedomeducation.ca. Talk to you soon.